Okay, so it's time for another White Dwarf video. This is 492. I'm not sure I've uploaded anything since the last White Dwarf video. Being summer holidays and all that, I haven't really had a lot of time for videos, but I've got a couple in the pipeline that hopefully will get out before the next White Dwarf. So looking forward to sorting out them. Anyway, we've got a nice Terminator on the front here, and then we've got an Imperial Knight on the back. So yeah, September 2023 already. Hopefully the light's a bit better in this one. I've sort of done it so the glare sort of like that bottom corner. That won't hopefully be an issue so much. So, issue 492. Go straight into contact. I absolutely love this avatar. It's so cool. I really need to get mine painted at some point. So I'm sort of halfway through mine at the moment. So I'll try and get that painted very soon. Gorgeous Cool or Cull, that's really awesome as well. It's very similar sort of paint style, but two different people, and look brilliant. And then we've got a Soul Square as well. It's very awesome. Loving the base. Really like these. They just really stand out. That's such a bright colour scheme. My daughter would love that colour scheme. She's all like into her pinks and purples at the moment. Little painting question about painting the snail shell, which is quite cool. I think there's a video, or a couple of videos on our channel painting this whole miniature from way back when, and they seem to have done quite well. It's a great miniature. Back and ready for parade duty. World of Warhammer, exploring the heraldry and iconography of the three cities. So yeah, I'm all into Cities of Sigmar at the moment, as you'll see from our upcoming videos. Doing some Lephis, that's that logo right there. Very cool, a little bit more of Lephis as well. Bunker. So I'm sort of sold on the whole bunker thing, but then I'm not really playing along, doing games, doing the painting stuff. But if that's your thing, then hopefully you're getting really motivated and playing some good games and stuff. We have a mission there. So we looks like we get a mission and a mission for 40k and Sigmar in it every month. Kill team. There's a little. I think it was like a little campaign, or was it just one mission? That might be the one mission. Why? Move, or why should you, or why you should move your models. Get out in a minute. So a little bit about sort of strategic movements. Hobby hangout, painting an Aegis defense line, and you'll notice there's missions back. That's because this is on a nice piece of card. So again, that's something they seem to be doing every issue now. You got these mission sheets on card, which is really cool. So Bunker Battle Plan 3 for October 2023, and then we've got the whole painting the Aegis defense line. That's something I don't know. I don't really game, so I don't know how often you see it on the battlefields these days. You used to see them all the time when it was the really old one. But I have no idea if people use them so much these days. I sort of forgot they even existed, to be fair, but I don't really game, so my opinion is just completely irrelevant. So we've got Bunker of the Month, Warhammer Rio Rancho. I really like this section, actually, just showing off miniatures from different gaming clubs or bunkers, whatever they want to call them these days. It's really cool. And I absolutely love these Tempestus Scions. It says Tempestus Scions. I don't know if that's a deliberate spelling or what, but they're so cool. Converted from Van Saar with the Scion helmets. They've got skis, really cool snow bases. They're just so cool. And some beautifully painted miniatures. These are amazing. Really nice, and the swords on them are so cool. Now we go into 40k. So it goes from the warp. It's all about the creation of combat patrol, Faces of the Devourer, an inquisitorial study on the phases of Tyranid invasion. so that's really pretty cool actually. I'll give that a read through at some point because that does sound really interesting. Next we have brush tips all about painting Terminators. Little thing for Crux Terminatus. Deathwing there as well. Really cool actually. So you got like two quite different but difficult sort of colours to paint there. So for black and the bone, so that's really nice to see how they do that. It's got yellow as well. Interestingly, they didn't start with Avalanche Sunset, but then they did go from a Wraithbone undercoat, so they probably didn't need to. Got white armour and blue armour as well. So yeah, I really like these. They're nice to give them a go. I don't think they're dead accurate from how these have been painted. There's always a little bit more to it to get the nice effects, but you get close enough. And yeah, there's loads of them. So, I mean, obviously it's an article about Terminators, but really, like, if you're thinking of starting a Space Marine army, then you've basically got these schemes for the main colours for these factions, which is really good. And yeah, there's more Flesh Terrors as well, White Scars, Crimson Fists, Black Templars. It'd be interesting to see if like the black recipes are like different. We've got another black recipe there, which is actually different. So plenty of options for painting these different colours. For painting these colours differently. So that's really cool. We've got a bit of story. And we have a battle report. Sweeping raid. So it's a combat patrol. And yeah. I thought at first these were the same Scions we saw. But they're not, they're all Cadians. Really nice though. Really love the winter theme going on there. And then we've got some orcs as well. Yeah, really nice. I have to sort out like some combat patrol armies myself. I don't really game, but like if I was to get back into it, combat patrol would certainly be the way I would get back into it for sure. They're good sized little armies, aren't they? So there's our battlefield. As always with the battle report, I don't like to give away the result just in case anyone, of course quite a long one, just in case anyone wants to read through it and not get spoiled. Wow, for a combat patrol, like that's quite a lot of pages. I think there's a cardboard thing in there as well. I don't really want to look at that, just we don't want to give anything away for a battle report. I think it's just some cards and stuff. But all the content is in the White Dwarf, and we're going into Age of Sigmar with Tale of 4 Warlords. So I always love seeing the armies expand. Because the schemes on these chaos are just amazing. I actually love that colour scheme. Well, that's red and blue. For the Iron Jaws, it'll be interesting to see if towards the end of this they start adding in some of the new units, because of course the Hard Boys are getting replaced very soon, which I'm happy about because I just do not like these miniatures at all. Soulbite Gravelords looking really cool. I love that. More conversions, that's what we need. I don't feel like there's enough in White Dwarf sometimes. That is so cool. I really like that. If in doubt, paint it blue. Yeah, trolls look really cool. Cool, yeah, they're coming along really nice. So, Arcana. The Spoils of War. Smashing stuff up is good, but smashing bigger stuff up is better. So again, I think it's just all sort of story. Friends in need. Allied forces wage war in multiplayer games of Age of Sigmar. So that's quite cool. I apologise, my phone's dinging away in the background. So it always tends to do whenever I film anything. I should put it on silent, shouldn't I? But I always forget. And we've got some battle plans for that as well. So I really like that. Yet more adventurers, mercenaries, and what was that? Ne'er-do-wells enter the Nalwood. So yeah, the new Zinch stuff from Stormcaster. They were from Underworlds, weren't they? They do this a lot. They have the stuff from Underworlds and they give them rules for Warcry, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I do like that. It's so hard to keep up with all, though. Really hard to keep up with all. And then, speaking of Underworlds, constructing a Nemesis deck for Skabbik's Plague Pack. They are really cool. I really like them. Born of War 2, part 2 of a series exploring the heraldry and iconography of Space Marines. I really liked this in last month's White Dwarf, so I'm glad it's like a two-parter and there's a lot more of it. Just seeing like some different ways that they can be painted, or just some other little details that can be added just to make them interesting. Because one thing about Horus Heresy is it's quite limited in how you can sort of paint your miniatures, to a degree anyway. It's always nice seeing some sort of alternatives. Like, the Alpha Legion look very different to how I would paint them, but I like that. And Necromunda. There's so many games these days to keep up with, and there's still no more time or Battlefleet Gothic. I love these though. That is so cool. I really like that. And I love like this little bit of it sort of creeping around between these storage containers. I think that's amazing. Really nice. They are great miniatures. I absolutely love them. Some more story, tome keepers. And then finally in the studio, and there's some white corn chaos there for Warhammer Underworlds. Really cool. They do look good in white. Some more Hobby Bingo. I really like the Telemann Heavy Dreadnought. Such a beautiful miniature. Yeah, looks quite good in like blue and black, to be fair. Got some Justarian Terminators, some of my favourites from the Sons of Horus. Really like them. And some Imperial Fists as well. So next issue is an Age of Sigmar narrative campaign rules. Cool. So yeah, that was White Dwarf 492. Some good stuff in there. I really liked the article of all the different Space Marine card schemes. That's fantastic. Really good. I mean, I know you can just get paint and stuff all on YouTube, but sometimes it's nice to sort of open up there, see a little paint recipe, and you know what you're doing. Don't have to sit there watching a video all the time. So yeah, really cool. And of course, you just got the list there of the paints, and you know what to buy if you want to do a scheme. So yeah, I really like that. Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.